well today. Ryan here, and I've got the blessing and the opportunity to do today's morning devotion with you. If you've been keeping up with us, you know we've been in book of First Corinthians, marching through that section by section. The last morning devotion, we started in a section that is titled in my Bible, Unity and Diversity in One Body. And last time we had gone over verses 12 through 14 in First Corinthians 12. And it talks about how even though there's one body, there are many members. And that one body is Christ, that we've all been by one Spirit baptized into the body. So we've all got these different backgrounds, these different points of views, these different things, but we've been baptized into one body. There's neither Jew nor Greek, slave nor free in this one body. And that was the focus of the last time that we did a morning devotion. And today we're going to be picking up into that section, and we're going to be reading verses 15 through 20. But before we do that, I want to ask you, have you ever compared yourself and been discouraged based on the giftings of someone else? Have you ever felt like you were less of a person, less of an athlete, less of a believer, maybe less of a student because someone else was so much better at something than you were? So I want you to think about that while we read these verses today and see what we can get out of it and apply to our lives. It's something that I'd love to think about and encourage people about, this section right here. And it begins in verse 15. It says, "If the foot should say, because I am not a hand, I am not of the body, is it therefore not of the body? And if the ear should say, because I am not an eye, I am not of the body, is it therefore not of the body? If the whole body were an eye, where would be the hearing? If the whole were hearing, where would be the smelling? But now God has set the members, each one of them, in the body just as he pleased. And if they were all one member, where would the body be? But now indeed there are many members, yet one body." So, looking at this analogy, it's very easy if you look at the human body to say, hey, yeah, the hand, just because it's not an eye, doesn't mean it's not part of the body. The hand, both hands, they work together. They have vital uh, uses and needs of the body to be able to grip and navigate, to maneuver, to give direction, to grasp things. But that doesn't make it less than the eye because it can't see and take into account everything that the eye does. And same thing with an ear or a nose or anything like that. Just because it's different, it doesn't make it any less vital. And that's what Paul is getting to right here. Is, guys, don't get stuck on what your giftings are. You may not be as well of a public speaker as someone else, but that doesn't make you less of a believer. That doesn't make you any less usable by God. Just because you are really good with your hands doesn't mean you're going to be the best speaker or the best teacher. And you could be a great teacher and not very good with your hands. You could be very empathetic with people and not be able to build much. So we need to get out of this mentality of just because I can't do what someone else does, that I'm less of a believer or I'm not part of the body. So every one of us has got a job, a mission that God has placed on our hearts. The important thing for us to do is to seek out that mission, that will of God, and be willing to execute it. So if the opportunity comes up for you to use your gifting to glorify God, be ready to do so. Don't try to put a square peg in a triangle hole. That's not going to happen. So let God use you the way that he's designed you, and let him refine you to sharpen those skills. And you might grow in some other things, but let us not be deterred and be downtrodden when we look at another belief and try to compare ourselves to that. No, Let's rejoice in the giftings of those individuals. Let's use those to work together with one another, just like our body, even though it's many members, works together. And all together, that is how the human body works. That's the same thing for the body of Christ. Hopefully, you picked up on what I was saying today. Don't get down on yourself and focus on someone else. Allow God to use you to glorify his body. Love you guys. Hope you